want to be able to say that Penelope and Colin are the love story that I never knew that I needed, but that would be a lie, and I don't want to lie to y'all.
Come on over, let's pick up where we left off. You and I had lots of love just to top it off. We can wind and down for days, never let it stop. I just want your everything, baby. Maybe later we can dance, never let go.
What's up, y'all? It is your girl EJ, and I am back with a quick thought. First impressions over Bridgerton season 3, y'all, and this is part 1. Now, if you did not know, Netflix has released the first 4 episodes of Bridgerton season 3. This particular season is focusing on the love story, or the developing love story, between Penelope Featherington and Colin Bridgerton. And of course, we do have other little blossoming things happening on the side. Specifically, Francesca, which is another sibling, has entered into the courting season. So, with that being said, y'all, I have dabbled a little bit into starting the book that focuses on this particular storyline. And I will say this, the book definitely has captured my interest somewhat, and it is definitely so far a good listen. And I can definitely tell that if you have if you have listened to the books, then you may feel a different way about this story. But speaking specifically and only to the television show, and the way that it has developed, I mean, honestly, I'm not that impressed by it at all. And I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Like, it's just not that great to me. Not this first half. There have definitely been some sparks and some moments that I have truly loved, and I was like, oh, and it was pulling me into that Bridgerton feel. But there is just a very unbalanced amount of knots to the likes, like it's very unbalanced for me. So let's start with some of the things that I really do enjoy about the series. First and foremost, I simply love the Bridgerton family, like all of the Bridgerton family. The first 2 episodes were probably my favorite episodes, or maybe I will say the first episode, because that was the episode where we really got to see Kate and we got to see Anthony again. And it was just really nice seeing these two, seeing them, because that was something that I really missed, not being able to see the Duke and Daphne when we went into season 2, of course, because season 1 to me was probably the best season. And to be fair, I feel like the bar was set so high with season 1 that it's kind of hard to match that or to beat that, and you topple that with the fact that Penelope was not the favorite character of a lot of people. Now, once again, if you have read the books, you may feel differently because of the way that I see the story developing in the book. I haven't finished it yet, but I just can tell from where it's going now that you are probably a little more pro Penelope Colin love story. But as someone who has been watching the television show, I mean, Penelope hasn't been that great. I mean, Penelope is the same person who, destroyed Lady Thomas. I mean, well, I think she's a lady now, because I think she's married to the guy. I can't think of his name, but I can't think of their house name, so don't hold me to that. But she destroyed her, and then of course she, backdoored her best friend Eloise. I mean, she's Lady Whistledown, for crying out loud. She's the one who's doing all the extra gossip. And I get a lot of people are going to say, but she, did that to Eloise for a reason. I just don't see it that way. I feel like she still was trying to save herself. I don't feel like she was trying to help Eloise all that much. I feel like to a certain extent maybe, but I just feel like there was just a different way that she could have went about this. I feel like she could have talked to her about it. At this point, I feel like she could have just came clean. They are best friends, for crying out loud. It's just so many different ways she could have done this. So I'm just not pro Penelope. So I go into it harboring these feelings that I don't really like this character. Not to mention, we bring Colin back, and while he is looking good with the T, y'all, Colin is definitely looking good. I didn't know that Colin was so much of this big playboy that he has turned out to be. I didn't know that he was out here frolicking around the way he was, having threesomes and all of this stuff. You know, it was just interesting. It was an interesting take on the character Colin. And then all of a sudden, after this kiss that he has with Penelope, now he realizes that he has these feelings for his friend, and he's having these dreams. And it's just, I don't know, it's just interesting, to say the least. And it doesn't really feel that believable, I guess is the word that I want to use. Like, I'm just not feeling it. Like, it feels very forced to me. I don't know if anyone else sees it like that, but it feels kind of forced. Like, it doesn't feel like they have a lot of chemistry to me. I mean, the carriage scene was dope. Don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. That was probably one of the best parts of it, because you're like, okay, is he dreaming? Is he not? Is this a real proposal? Is it not? Even though I 100% do not believe that we would put this right in the middle of it, I believe that one of them is dreaming, probably Colin more than likely, and that this isn't real. But at the same time, I don't know. Everything else prior to that was just like, and then we got the sisters running around trying to get pregnant, and then the one sister who had no clue about, what it even took to get pregnant. Boy, that was funny when we found out that they actually weren't, doing anything. It was so funny. And then the mom had to turn around and teach them. Now, that was probably one of the highlights of the series. I found that to be hilarious. I do like the blossoming story that's coming about with Lady Danbury's brother and Violet. I feel like she deserves, love. I feel like she deserves this love story. I mean, she had this epic love already with her husband, and now she's just kind of lonely. And I just feel like she deserves to have something good. So I am interested in seeing this particular love story kind of blossom. And I would like to know the backstory behind Lady Danbury and her brother, just as far as a deeper dive into that, because there just seems to be so much tension on her part. She don't really want nothing to do with him. I will say this, that doggone carriage scene was a lot. I mean, I saw Colin sticking his little hand up in there, and then he was doing something to Penelope, and Penelope was all had her head back, and those eyes was rolling back, and she didn't want him to get up out of there. I was like, okay, Pin, I see you. So anyway, y'all, I mean, she's probably waited her whole life for this. Did y'all see that part where Lord Devlin was like, he don't even want her. He was like, I can't even do this because I need somebody whose affection is not towards someone else. Let me tell y'all what he was low-key saying. He was low-key saying he don't want his wife stepping out on him because he gonna be gone for a long time, which means you ain't gonna be getting none for like 3 years at all. So with that being said, I don't need somebody who already feeling somebody else who gonna be going to give the goodies away. I'm just gonna translate it for y'all. That's exactly what Lord Devlin was saying to Penelope. So, there's that. I am still gonna give it a chance. Like, Bridgerton itself is great. I love me some Bridgerton, and I'm gonna ride for it, and I'm gonna look at it regardless. But because I knew I didn't like these characters that much as it was, like they weren't my favorite characters. Like, I wanted it to surprise me. Like, I wanted it to make me be like, girl, see, you thought it was gonna be this, but it's really this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted it to change my mind about it, but it just is not doing that for me, y'all. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, y'all. So that's what's up with Bridgerton season 3. This was my quick thoughts, my first impressions of the first half of the season. Let me know what y'all think. I want to know what y'all think about Colin and Penelope. What did y'all think about how the first 4 episodes are progressing? What are you most interested in seeing? Do you think that Colin is actually dreaming? Go ahead and drop your thoughts down below, guys. Meanwhile, if you like the video, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on your notifications so that you do not miss out on the second half of our Bridgerton talk when it comes out later in June, guys. So last but not least, please go and support your girl. Go to the TV Junkie merch store. Check out the merch that we have available for now. We will be adding more items later. Go ahead and grab you something up. Once again, guys, leave your comments down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.
Come on over, let's pick up where we left off. You and I had lots of love just to top it off. We can wind it down for days, never let it stop. I just want your everything, baby. Maybe later we can dance, never let go. Listen to our favorite songs on the radio. Losing up and lose ourselves to this feeling, oh. I just want your everything, baby. I'll be deep under your influence tonight. Ooh, keep it coming.